You don't know. Well, hello and welcome to Friday night stream. It's update day and I'm here with Gow. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you. How are you doing?
Oh, so good now that the work week is over.
Okay.
It has been a horrendous couple of days, but it's Friday and it's time to party. Why? 'Cause I gotta. Alrighty, enough of my inane drivel. We are on week 82 and it's all about beacons this week. Icarus week 82 update. Customize your map markers with icons and colors. Beacon customization plus improvements to to creature deterrents feature this week. So, sounds really interesting. So,
Indeed,
if
something which has been talked about in one of the Q&As, which was linked a couple of weeks ago in the patch notes. The customizable map icons thingies.
Yeah, which, if correct me if I'm wrong, have been requested for a long time.
Don't know actually.
Well, I know I've been talking about it for a long time, and if I've been talking about it, you can guarantee that there are other people who've said it too.
Probably, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's all. I think I've pretty much said right from the get-go that it's nice to have a map marker, but it would also be nice to be able to put down more than one. When the game first came out, and then we get beacons, but
True,
the beacons
true.
were all the same color, and you couldn't,
Well,
there was no variation and stuff like
they
this.
weren't the same color. Every player had his own color beacon.
No. What I mean is you can create beacons to mark places, but the colors are all the same. Like
Yeah,
they're all white or they're all blue or
Yeah, the portable beacons, yeah, they were all the same color and the same icon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was pretty annoying. So you could really only mark like more than one place if you had multiple players in a team. Because then, like it's like when you, me, and Carl play, somebody always leaves marker on base.
Yeah.
And if we've got a really long journey, then we'll each put a marker down so we follow the various colours and stuff. But anyway, I'll kick us off this week, and you can do the next bit if you wouldn't mind.
Sure.
Week 82 brings improvements to player beacons as well as the creature deterrents we added last week. New beacon customization options gives you the ability to be more specific with your map markers, and we also have a sneak peek at next week's quality of life pass on the Orbital Workshop. Hop in and have a read. So that image is of a creature deterrent.
By the looks of it, it's the tier
Tier
4
4.
one, I think.
Yeah. I was just going to say, I think that's tier 4.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
it has the power icon next to it, so.
Yeah, the
Right.
lights and the speakers. So
Player
take us
beacons.
away if you please.
Yeah, if you scroll down a little bit more and give us the image below this one, because that's connected to the player beacons here.
Okie dokie.
So in last week's update, we reduced the beacons from the tier 4 to tier 3. This week we've followed on from that update with more balancing and improvements to the item. Crafting costs have been, they have received a rebalance, so they got slightly cheaper. Instead of 25 steel ingots, they now cost 10 steel ingots, and instead of 25 platinum sheath, so 5 platinum ingots, they now cost 20 platinum sheath, so 4 platinum ingots. That's a sizable reduction.
Yeah, I would say.
So yeah. Also, we have removed the requirement for sunlight for these to function. Remember last week we were talking about them, and they were only working during the day because they have a solar panel on top, and no sun is no power.
Yes.
So the sunlight requirement has been removed. This has been done by putting an indefinite internal battery in the beacons. I think it's in the fixes.
Okay.
Anyway, to make them more useful, the beacons, we have also added interactable customization, letting you add in icons and specific colors for each beacon. So if you look at the image below, you see an orange campfire, an orange skull, purple skull, light blue animal head thingy, a green house icon. I see a light yellow food icon, black skull, a yellow cave, a white cave, an orange campfire. So there's like at least 5 or 6 different icons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at least 6 icons. Color wise, I see 3, 4, 5. I see 6 colors as well. So yeah, it's gonna
Yeah,
be.
well, I was just going to say, I reckon that the colours would probably align with the colour allowances for multiplayer, in so much as everybody's got a different colour. And we've
That you
seen that.
add icons and specific colors for each beacon.
Yeah.
So I'd say you can tell which color it should be.
Yeah.
Not player bound.
No. You not what I meant. What I meant was when you have multiple players, like you've got 5 or 6 players, each individual player has a different color icon,
Mm-hmm.
right? So knowing the colors of those icons that we've seen in the past would give us an idea as to the color allowances for these customizations.
Yeah, that should be 8 then, because you could have up to 8 people in a prospect.
Yeah. Well, that would make sense, though, right?
Yeah. I don't know. We never had that many people in, so I have no idea how many colors, which colors they were.
Yeah.
Hey Jake, welcome.
Hey,
Late?
Jake.
Yeah, we just started. It's
Hey,
fine.
Jake. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you again, buddy. And you get the first medal tonight, so well done.
Yep.
We'll have to get you a medal board.
So the thing I'm now wondering about these colors and icons is, are they persistent through a reboot?
Yeah, well, they would have to be, wouldn't they? I mean, I know.
Preferably, yes.
Well, yeah. I mean, that would make sense. I mean, really, the only reason that our color changed was because of the fact that the game had crashed or something, and so it didn't register the fact that we were the same people going in, and it gave us all new colors.
Yeah, plus, when you stop the mission for today and tomorrow you continue, all the markers were gone.
Yes.
Now, these are beacons, so they stay in place, so the icons will stay. That was already like that for the beacons. But will the custom icons and the custom colors stay as well? Are they persistent as well?
Well,
Ah,
Jake,
100%
Jake,
persistence is Jake. Good.
yeah, Jake says also we can add new colors. There is no real limit, and that's brilliant.
Good.
Unfortunately, there are people who are colorblind, so I don't really know how you're going to work that
Uh,
out.
yeah, but like there's colorblind and there's colorblind. And some people are a bit colorblind and they can kind of discern certain colors, others they can't. So for those people, they can do, for example, colorblind setting is getting red and purple instead of red and green, for example.
Yeah,
So yeah, if you have enough colors, even those people can still see the different colors, and otherwise you'll have to rely on your 50 Shades of Grey if you're like completely colorblind.
yeah. Well, there are actually, I don't know what you would call them, but there are like programs within some games that will, allow for different types of color blindness. So if you're, for
Yeah,
example, you're red blue colorblind, that's a specific type of color blindness, and so therefore there are programs that have been written that will change the colors of everything that you do on your computer so that you can see it.
yeah,
So anyway, and yes, for the first medal, well done, and yes, 100% persistent, excellent, good to
yeah. For
know.
the colorblind people, still the different icons.
Yeah, the different icons should be enough.
Yeah. So that's I like this.
Yes, that's
So
brilliant.
yeah. This also adds many layers of personalization. You can now set beacons for caves, waypoints, lakes. Why would you set a beacon for a lake? You can see the lake on the map, but okay. Particular resources or directions teammates should take when traversing difficult expanses. So basically waypoints. Yeah.
Yeah.
So first go here to the map icon, then the campfire icon, and then the home icon. Yeah.
Yep. Cool. Alrighty. Creature deterrent. Tier
The tier
2
two.
creature deterrent. Sorry, I haven't. Let me just put my glasses on. Duh. That's why I'm not. Duh. Can you tell it's Friday?
Yeah, I had that feeling this morning when I woke up.
Yeah. And Jake's sitting there going, but it's Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Hope you had a nice breakfast. Enjoy your coffee. I'm having a cider because it's drink o'clock.
You know, it's always beer o'clock somewhere. So
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't like beer though, so it's cider o'clock for me. Anywho, last week's creature deterrents have also received a pass, fixing a couple of minor issues and adding some new UI. User interface. The Tier 2 creature deterrent was accidentally released without a cost run to it. Oops. This has now been fixed, and it will require spoiled meat or spoiled plants to keep active. Spoiled meat lasts 15 minutes, spoiled plants last 10 minutes. So that means we should be able to keep it going indefinitely then.
Yeah, well, it was running indefinitely without having to add something to it. Never thought of it actually.
It's a good use for
The
spoiled meat.
the tier 3 one does use the biofuel, which you have to like refill regularly, and the tier 4 one runs on electricity indefinitely, as long as you provide it with power. And the tier 1 also was indefinitely, but the range was way smaller.
Yeah.
But now they tier 1, the tier 2, sorry. But now they did add a fuel cost, so to say, to it. Okay, sure.
Yeah. Well,
Yes,
you
spoiled
don't
plants you
you
can turn into gunpowder if you have the proper talent,
yeah.
or
Yeah.
fertilizer. You don't need the talent for that. But
No.
yeah, definitely spoiled meat.
Oh yeah. I mean, we've like so much of it.
I've tons of it in my open world. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of these things. Oh, I've got way too much. Let's just drop it en route to somewhere.
yeah.
And you inevitably find it on the way back.
Oh, well, it will despawn at some point, but yeah.
Alrighty. Next up, Tier 2 and Tier 3 creature deterrents have both had their interactions improved, as they are both supposed to operate as automatic machines without the ability to manually turn off, without either removing the fuel or disconnecting the power. That makes sense. We like
Uh,
it that.
or disconnecting power. Disconnecting power is actually for the tier 4 one, but okay.
Well, if you remove the fuel, you do disconnect the power, don't you?
No, not really. You remove the fuel. You don't pull the plug.
Well, you kind of do, because you end up turning it off no matter what.
No, you remove power. You don't disconnect power. There's a difference there, right?
Alrighty, if you say so.
Yeah, you heard me correctly. I said so.
Okay, fair dues. Not arguing. We have added new user interface to the Tier 2, Tier 3 and Tier 4 versions of the creature deterrent, so they will display their active status and radius when you interact with them.
They now also show the radius. I mean, you could see the radius on the map, but I don't think you saw them when you placed them. So now you can, upon placing them, see the range. Nice.
I have
It's gonna make
just
it easier if you want like cover an entire area.
well, yeah, but I've just thought of a really cool use for them. You know how, like, quite early on in your character's, Olympus status through the missions, you have to go after the Black Wolf,
Ah,
and you
you mean
and you have to do it
pretending
at
to?
night.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You could actually put a ring of them around where the dens are, so that you can keep all the wolves in a very short, small space.
Well, they will still chase you through the radius of a creature deterrent. Like if they chase you, they keep on chasing you. It's
Yeah, but
they don't roam out.
yeah,
They don't
but
roam in the area of the deterrent. But
yeah, but only if they're actively aggravated, right? If you set up a pole,
I was
right,
more thinking about.
outside of that range, you can pick them off with a bow and arrow and keep them in a small area.
Yeah, but then you have to one shot kill them. Otherwise, they see you and they come attack you. They aggro on you and then they ignore the creature deterrence.
Yeah, that's what we've got hedgehogs and spikes for.
But now I'm more thinking along the lines of put a couple of them tier 2 deterrents right next to the dens, so they can't run back into their holes to heal up.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, You could do that. You could always just put a couple of hedgehogs in front of them.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, it's a cheese, you know.
No, I meant pointing out the way, not in the way.
Yeah,
You can
that's
arc the hedgehogs around the front of that. That'll stop them from getting in.
yeah, and then you need the time to actually put them up.
Yeah,
You have
you
to
put
have
them
them
up.
with you, and you have to put them up. But yeah,
You put them up during the day when the black wolf doesn't spawn.
no, because then if the wolves want to get out of the hole, then they're gonna have to go past the hedgehogs, attack them from behind, and destroy them.
Okay. Okay.
Anyhow,
Next.
yep.
Additional fixes, if you please.
So we've made a few more small fixes and tweaks this week. Thanks to the community for pointing them out and sharing them in future upvotes. Steel tools, which have been moved to tier 2. They have now been updated to use iron nails instead of steel screws, so they can be crafted correctly at tier 2 without the need for a machining bench, which you need to make the steel screws. Good one.
Yeah.
Cooked soybeans recipe adds a basic cooking option for soybeans now. Fix the Yes Chef achievement. There's no info as in what has been fixed or what has been changed for this achievement, but I don't know, maybe some of the foods didn't count toward the achievement.
Maybe not all of the foods were listed.
Well, Jake did assure us new recipes will not be added to the requirements for this achievement. So then I'd say the achievement had some foods listed, and if you cooked these foods or crafted these foods, they did not count towards the achievement.
Possible. Okay.
Adjusted the enzyme items reward for the enzyme geysers, so prospectors will receive more enzymes now, and they will also scale according to difficulty.
Good.
Yeah. So when we had the new statues, I had to run a ton of geysers in my open world in order to get enough enzymes to make all these statues.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, being swarmed by a whole host of level 100 plus bears, and you only get one one condensed enzyme,
Not worth it.
well, you need to if you want to make all the statues.
Yeah, but it's a butt ton of work for, if you pardon my French, fuck all reward.
Again, if you want to make all the statues, you have to get the enzymes.
Yeah.
Sure, you could do a lot of simple missions because sometimes you got enzymes there.
Yeah, but I mean,
yeah.
the point of that is you know the temptation to do anything in this game has been A, because it's a really good bloody game, and B, because the rewards have warranted you putting in the effort. And if you're a solo player, I can see the solo players going, "Do you know what? I really don't give a crap about this the statues if I've got to do all that work for one."
So yeah, they've changed that around. So that's good.
Yeah. One or two per round would make more sense.
Actually, it's more. It will be in the changelog.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
regarding the Yes Chef achievement, Jake says there was a future food that was not enabled and it was removed from the achievement requirements. Good.
Okay. Yeah, that makes total sense. Jake also says it's now 5 to 10 enzymes which scales based on difficulty. We used to have 5 statues, so it was kind of a rare thing. Now we have
Now we have more, I
now
reckon you mean.
yeah. Now we have done, so end times have been boosted.
Yeah, you have quite a few statues now.
Yeah. And they're all so cool. Jake says New Zealand spelling. We know. We know this.
Yep, yep, yep.
We're getting that used to it. You know, I mean, Cornet just changed it for you. You know.
Yep.
You know. So yeah, we love you anyway.
Exactly.
In fact, if I must say, we probably love you more because of it.
Eh,
Alrighty, next week's teaser. Next week, we have a quality of life pass on the workshop coming, which provides a much cleaner way to research and create equipment, as well as enabling prospectors, in some cases, to get to some equipment far easier than before. There will be no new workshop items added next week, and that is in bold, just to let you know. But if you can look carefully in the image below, you may see some future content from New Frontiers that will be available when released.
So I noticed obviously the extra currency.
Just before you continue there, can you tell me how to enlarge this so that the peeps can see it? Because I can't read that for nothing.
Yeah, what I usually do is I right click on the image and I say open image in new tab. And then I go to the new tab.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
There you go to the new, yeah, there you go, see?
Cool. Yeah, now I can read it.
So obviously, very prominent there, there's a new exotic reward,
Mm-hmm.
the right one.
Ooh.
Also, uh, next to the change that this is now oriented horizontally, whilst it is currently oriented vertically. Beyond the Inaris and the Larkwell X, we get new axes with a little chevron.
Yeah. Ooh. So that's like we're getting basics and then we're getting tier ones.
Yeah.
Which would indicate a 1 chevron, maybe a 2 chevron, maybe even a 3 chevron or more.
Remember back in the days when we're talking about the Inares and Larkwell Martinez and stuff,
Yeah.
and Shenggong, and Wakara was like, it would be nice if you need to do a certain amount of missions for a faction, which would then unlock equipment from that faction in the workshop.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes total sense.
I don't know, maybe the chevron means you need to do a certain amount of missions from this faction.
Possibly. Maybe you have to repeat a certain mission a certain amount of times?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Possible. Hmm. Okay, so we've got extraction. I'll start from the top. We've got envirosuits, armors, modules, gadgets, and axes. And then we've got pickaxes, knives, spears, sickles, hammers, bows, crossbows, deployables, consumables, extraction. Hmm.
Yeah, but those are the items already in.
Yeah.
But yes, uh, this list, which is on the left, basically acting as sort of a filter. I have not seen that one before.
No. That's pretty good. Yeah. Because then you can just pick what you
Yeah, it is. It's gonna make it a tad easier if you are looking for a specific item.
Yeah, I do kind of like the tree that we have now. Um, so my concern would be that we don't have the option to see all of them at the same time.
The big overview, yeah.
Yeah, like
Jake
we
says
have
they all
now.
have their own. They all have their own mini trees rather than a big cluster. Well, I
Ugh,
prefer the big cluster as well. Then make it a sort of a filter. Like I only want to see
yeah,
axes, or I only want to see knives.
yeah,
But I can definitely understand people wanting to have this limited view. Like otherwise they're gonna be like, where can I find it? I don't have the overview no more. It's too much what I'm seeing
yeah,
right now. So yeah, I can understand that part. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I'm not. It looks cleaner. It does, but I do like to be able to see everything that I've got in a one go, where I can just
Exactly.
like whip through and go right. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, that's what I need because I know where to look for it. Now I have to. This indicates that I would have to do everything
Uh, has to be
individually,
like, so I need this power source for the space drill. That is this an extraction, or is it deployable, or is it a consumable?
or is it a gadget?
No, I get it. I think it's more like the fish finder and the cave finder.
The
But
fish.
the drill is either it's a deployable item, yes, but it's used for extraction.
Yeah,
And the power source for the drill, where do I find that one? Now, currently we have the one big overview. It's easy.
yeah, because you can just go right. It's there.
Yeah, but hey, hopefully this will be some toggle where we can toggle this new overview on and off, or
Okay.
something like show me everything.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
We can
yeah,
we can
yeah,
only hope and wait. Next week we should be able to see it.
yeah, yeah. We'll see how it goes. Alrighty.
Okay.
So now we are into the change log. Excuse me, just missed a note or two there.
Well, it sounds like you all. It sounds like you all won't like.
Oh,
Don't tell
sounds.
me there will be no possibility to have the big overview no more.
Uh, it sounds like you all want.
You all
Yeah.
won't like it. Yeah. So I'm afraid we're gonna lose the big overview, Echo.
No. I'm really, really wanting that filter button on it now.
Yeah. Make an option all.
I mean, I can understand it, right? I mean, you've got to have so much. It's more complicated to have everything on the big overview,
Yeah,
right?
Jinx, it's gonna
And
change. He added like over 30 items and it was a complete mess. Uh, yeah, I can understand. It's you have. I can understand that if you have subsets, you you can keep it neater.
yeah, it'll look
But
cleaner. It won't look like it's just a jumble. I get that. Hmm.
yeah, now you're gonna add 30 items at some point. Now we have to click through all the subtrees, through all the mini trees
To
to
find them.
try and find out what is new.
Yeah.
Ah, well,
Ah well.
maybe we should put a feature upvote in, like, give me a show all in the workshop.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not adverse to changes, but that kind of drastic change, I think, would require a choice.
I don't know how easy it would be to make an option like show all.
Yeah. Or just hit the filter and that's what you get.
And for all I care, we get all them trees underneath one another. But at least like shows everything in one screen.
Yeah. However, we are
Anyway,
we are postulating at the minute because we haven't even seen it yet. We've never tried it, so we're just
well, we will next week. We will see it
yeah,
next week.
yeah. Well, you can guarantee we will test it thoroughly for science and let you know.
And we will complain about it as well, don't worry.
Yeah. All right. New content, if you please.
Yeah, so added the option to customize the portable beacon icon and color. Like we were talking about above.
Mm-hmm.
Like put it down, say okay, I want this icon, this color. Always nice.
Yeah. Jake says, ha 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 ha. Fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we don't normally just run into games and say, right, let's see if we can break it. But this is such a good game. You have to try.
I know, right?
You have to find those limits and those boundaries. And you know, I love the fact that we have the opportunity to give that kind of feedback because, you know, like 9 out of 10 games, it's just like, oh, I like this bit of this game and that bit of that game and this bit of this game and this and so on. And it's just like, if we could get just like one game that does all of that, you know, and this does that for me. So, next up, if you please.
Add a temporary icon and color selections for the portable beacon blueprints. They no longer require solar power to run, but they must still be unsheltered. As in, they have the internal battery now, but you do still need the sun to reach the solar panels on top of it to actually charge that battery. Okay.
Okay.
The F-linear color is now supported by the Icarus actor save game flag in the blueprint. Okay, yeah. Persistent colors and persistent icons.
Good. Good.
And map icon components can now be deactivated and activated to hide and show the icons on the map and the compass. Good.
That's
Like my open
positive.
world where I have like 50 or so beacons deployed because of the simple missions.
Mm-hmm.
They all show on the HUD, and they clog up the HUD. They show
Yeah.
on the map, they clog up the map. So yeah, if we can turn them off, maybe
Yeah.
selectively, that would be nice.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like I go like, where the hell are you? And you say, oh, I'm over here, and I'm like, I can't see your marker because of everything else.
Yeah.
It's just blue until you run far enough away from it. Okay.
Let's see next. The server push client dynamic widget can now request that the camera focus does not switch to the actor we are interacting with. I read somewhere like actually in the fixes, I think it's related to that one. We added camera components to the portable beacons to prevent clipping through the floor when editing the color and icon. So you open the beacon to adjust the color and the icon, and your camera switches towards that beacon, and if you place it too low, it would clip through the floor.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So now the widget can now request that the camera focus does not switch to the actor. Good. Added map beacon icons. Well, in the image we already saw like at least 6 different icons.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the battery part. The beacons now do not require light to work and have an internal battery that lasts indefinitely. New Zealand spelling, Ecco, I know.
Yeah.
Uh,
I was trying to keep quiet about that one.
like I said, New Zealand spelling. Beacons can now be interacted with, and prospectors can now select from a list of icons and colors, which the beacon will be displayed on the map and compass.
I'm not saying a thing.
Yeah, I'm switching to New Zealand mode as well, you know. Trying to understand the patch notes here.
Oh no. Next.
So, the tier 2 spawn blockers, the creature deterrents, the scarecrows, now require spoiled meat or spoiled veggies to operate. They're no longer completely free for their operation. Talked about that before as well. Hey, it's a good use for spoiled meat. Spoiled meat also lasts longer than spoiled veggies, so sure.
Yeah. And you normally end up with a butt ton of the stuff.
Exactly.
You know, you can't make enough poison anything to use all that.
You're gonna run out of silver.
Yeah.
So, adding in scaling for the enzyme geysers, the base reward is now 5 to 10, and the scales based on the selected prospect difficulty. Jake,
Nice.
does it also scale based on the difficulty of the geyser? Because I did notice where I started out with low level animals. After a couple of iterations on the geyser, I'm now facing level 100 plus animals.
Mm-hmm.
So will the rewards in the same open world also scale with the level of the animals attacking? That would be nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Jake says, I mean, got to leave in some totally legitimate errors in patch notes, so you have to think.
Exactly. It's on
Hey,
purpose.
yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be patch notes without them.
Exactly.
Next week, we'll be getting fix a typo in last week's patch notes.
Okay. Well, there are typos being fixed, but let's see. Jake says it should now. Yeah, prospects, difficulty, and geyser activations. Oh, good. Good.
Good. All right, so the fixes this week. They fixed a typo in rustic decoration bench recipe set name.
Yeah, they changed it from New Zealand spelling to international spelling.
Good. They added
Added translatable strings to crop plot water status. So people who play in non-English language now also can have the water status of the crop plots in their selected language.
Yeah, sorry about that. Thank you.
Welcome.
Adjusting tier 3 blueprint tree layout.
Well, we did talk about the blueprint tree at length last week. So, I don't know. I have to check the new layout, see if those changes have anything to do with what we talked about last week.
Yeah. Okay. They updated loading screen text to be translatable.
Again, good for the non-English players.
Yeah. Update end mission prompt on dropship to be translatable. Good. Yeah. Fixed a bug that allowed animal fat to be placed in fuel slots that were unusable to use animal fat as a fuel source.
That are unable to use animal fat.
It-
So yeah, after the change for the tier 2 lantern to use animal fat. And for animal fat, probably accidentally got the is fuel flag, so you could burn animal fat in the campfire.
Right, yeah.
I think something like that.
I'm getting kicking myself. I didn't think of trying that.
Yeah, but then again, then you
Although,
first need to make the animal fat instead of just cutting down a tree.
yes, although we did find out last night, if you remember, Carney, in the last section of the mission, we did find out you cannot salt a whole chamois.
Yeah, I noticed. Yeah.
So yeah, tried and tested, doesn't work. Added a item fuel combustible tag to better label fiber, sticks, wood, coal, etc.
Item fuel combustible. Ah, okay. So basically, you can burn it. You
Yeah,
can't burn animal fat. Not directly. You need what's the English word? No, to use Google Translate. Hold on.
you need help.
You need a wick
A
to
wick.
burn animal fat.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
You can't burn it directly.
Yeah.
Say the tier 2 lantern can burn between quotes animal fat,
Mm,
but it needs some kind of wick. So it's not combustible as such.
okay. Yeah. Makes sense.
That's to say it's not combustible in a liquid or solid state. It is combustible in a gaseous state though.
Yeah.
And that's basically how it works with a wick.
Okay.
It melts the animal fat. It goes, it gets pulled up in the wick. Capillation effect. There it evaporates, and that's actually what's burning.
Yeah. Okie dokie.
I reckon this is to fix the bug that allowed, or help fix or prevent future bugs
Yeah.
that allowed animal fat to be placed in fuel slots.
Yeah. Alrighty. I had to have a really good chuckle at this one. This next one. Fix the bug allowing you to remove your enviro suit whilst on the planet.
Okay, we have been saying running around naked, but that was always with the enviro suit on.
Yeah.
Apparently, people took it a bit too literal and said, "Okay, let's remove the enviro suit as well." Then.
Yeah, well, considering the fact that it's the enviro suit and the helmet and all that that kind of keeps you alive while you're down there, apart from the armor, I would have said it was a really bad idea to take it off.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, I want to do some sunbathing.
You take it off in the experimental branch. It was madness. Yeah, I can, I can reckon.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, you can hold your breath and very quickly put on a different enviro suit,
Yeah.
but only if you were able to put one in your dropship inventory.
Yeah. Brings a whole new level to skinny dipping, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it also gives you a new reason for thatch.
Yeah, make a quick
Skirt.
boot so you can get dressed,
Yeah.
change your apparel.
Alrighty.
I don't know what's changed in the tier 3 blueprint 3.
Mm, yeah. Again, I'm upset I didn't think of trying that.
Meh.
Nah. Alrighty. Added a camera component to portable beacons to prevent clipping through the floor when editing their color and icon.
Yeah, we kind of mentioned this already when we were talking in the new content. The camera focus and switch to actor. So yeah.
Okay, adjusting spawn blockers so they have a new widget which shows active status.
Yeah, it would be nice if you run past your scarecrow. You quickly look at it, you can straight away see, oh, I need to add fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to put a new piece of spoiled meat in.
Okay. Updating spawn blocker interactables so they will no longer turn it on and off with no feedback. They are all supposed to be auto-activate, removing their resources to turn off.
Yeah, it was talked about in the like above already.
Yeah. So in other words, if they've got fuel, they'll work. If they don't, they won't. Kind of makes sense.
You disconnect the power by removing the biofuel, that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Fixed bug where land sharks and sandworm kill accolades weren't triggering.
Land
Yes.
shark kill accolades. Is there an accolade for the land shark kill?
Yes.
There is an achievement for it, I think. Yeah, kill land shark boss on hardest difficulty, and one for the sandworm boss on the hardest difficulty.
Yeah.
But we're talking about the accolades now. There is an accolade, a medal for kill the sandworm boss, for the mammoth, for the yak, and for the alpha wolf, but not for a land shark. So, is this for the achievement, or is this for some here to unknown, or at least unknown to me, accolade?
Speaking of accolades, we questioned the ribbons last night, if you remember.
Yeah. So especially for you, your character, your main character, had like close to no ribbons.
Yeah. Like, I was starting again. My ribbons section was pretty much empty. I mean, my main character got the ribbon for walking 50 kilometers in the forest last night. It was ridiculous. And even when all those ribbons went through at the end of the mission, they still weren't highlighted in my ribbon section. So
Yeah,
I don't
but
know what the heck's going on there.
you should check them again when you start a game after the patch notes discussion. Maybe they will be there after you
Yeah,
start the game again.
yeah, I'll have a look. I'll have a look.
But yeah, I mean, I see the same on my main character, like the kill creatures with your fists. I have like 0.
Yeah.
Well, that ain't true. We have been fishing all kind of animals up to a mammoth.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you want to. Well, yeah, we can check it in the gameplay after this. But if you didn't want to stick around that long, you can actually you'll see it on last night's stream because we did a couple of things for. Did we play on experimental before the patch?
We did play the branch, the preview branch, so to say, not experimental, but the other preview for Galileo. Yes.
Yeah, but the patch dropped on the Friday, and we did that on the Thursday.
Yeah, I played like a week longer than you on that other branch.
Yeah, I played it one night, and that was the night before the patch dropped.
You think that might have messed up the accolades there? Preview, yeah.
Playing on that branch new accolades. Okay.
But if I look, for example, in my construction one, I have like a ton of accolades there still.
Yeah,
Like all the other accolades are there, but a couple of them are missing. Very select few for me. For Echo, it's like she has close to no. So Echo's accolades might have been nuked.
Yeah, well, I think my accolades were nuked then because my main character has most definitely built. I mean, you know, it was, I've definitely built stuff. I can't not build stuff in there in the game, but I mean, my ribbons are just wiped. I didn't even have any of the medals for the ones that we had all done before to make sure that because we went
Like
through them.
completing the scan missions and killing some of the boss animal bosses. But yeah, I should have warned about backing up the data price to jumping on the preview. Well, it's just accolades, Jason. Jake. It's just accolades, not that important for me. It's just odd.
I did think it was strange, and I will say, don't worry about it. I'm really not bothered because actually, do you know what? It just gives me something else to work for in the game now. It just gives me more to do to get them all back.
Exactly.
So I don't mind. But I did notice it. That's the only thing.
I just have to start killing a couple of animals with my fish and then see if I get progress on those accolades again and kill some mammoths and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, gee, we can just. Oh, there we go. That's a video. Kill all the animals with your fists.
Okay, Scorpion King, kill him with fists.
You can do it. You just have to. All you got to do is kite him like we usually do. You run up behind them and do what we do with the mammoths. We just.
Yeah, but you somehow you are not able to keep aggro from the Scorpion King.
Yeah, but we know how to sort that out. We've got bloody pills and potions and God knows what for it.
Yeah, but usually when fighting Scorpion King, I end up being the one holding aggro. Because if it does switch aggro to you, it like switches back instantly the soon I approach it. So.
It just makes it more fun. Jake says, all I am saying is that LNS killed the sandworm with fists. Oh, now there's a challenge.
Didn't we try the same? Didn't we do the... I don't know. We did with knives, that's for sure.
We did do with knives. We definitely did it with knives.
We do that mission and kill it with fists. Who cares? It just takes a bit of time.
Yeah, I mean, we know the mechanics, so...
Yeah. Sandworm is easy.
Yeah.
As soon as you have the rhythm.
Yeah. I don't worry, Jake. I see the gauntlet that you just threw down there. Any other challenges? I hope you're taking notes, Carney.
Sorry, I forgot.
All of these things we have to do for science. I mean, we have endless streams coming up then.
Oh yeah.
We like it.
Yep.
Alrighty, and finally, fix the crash that occurred when roll chance stat was called without a valid stat container.
Oh yeah, that ain't gonna work indeed.
Well, yeah, I mean, an empty box is an empty box, regardless of whether or not the lid's on it. So if a stat container don't work, then it's kind of useless.
You call the roll change stat, but you don't have a valid stat container, so where is it gonna go? Nowhere. So yeah, I can see how that would result in a crash. Could I fix it?
Yeah.
A
Alrighty.
couple of interesting things in the future content.
Yeah.
Yeah, here in this particular case, imagine there is no box. Exactly. There
Yeah.
isn't a stat container.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good to know where to go. Alrighty.
So some more info about the lava hunter in wounded state, pain-free state. There's a couple of bullet points down, updating the lava hunter wounded, different move sounds.
Mm-hmm.
The third one, replace the is called chilled item underscore stat to a new percentage based stat. The harvest chilled chance percentage. The was it the ironwood sickle? This was in last week's patch notes. One of the new sickles will have the chance of the chilled stat, a cold steel.
Yeah.
So it's like at 100% to spoil time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's now chance percentage. So no longer like always, no longer what's it called? It's there every time. Man, my brain stopped working a bit. But it's a percentage now,
Good.
not
Okay.
guaranteed. That was what I was looking for.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
What do you think about the change from guaranteed to percent chance? I think it's better.
Yeah, my only concern with that is, are we gonna have another fatty T-bone non-appearance? Have to kill 40
Uh,
plus bears to get one, thing happening again.
Maybe, but if it's a guaranteed shield, then I'd say it becomes a bit too much. It becomes a bit too OP. That's cold steel sickle. So
Oh
from that
yeah,
point of view, I say chance percentage is better.
yeah, as long as it's not too low a chance percentage.
Yeah, needs to be balanced, and
Yeah.
maybe there will be alterations for it to increase percentage. Maybe there will talents for it to increase the percentage. We don't know. This is all future content.
Yeah.
But Jake, you could write it down. Alterations and talents to increase that percentage.
Would be good.
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Yeah, I can see that being useful against certain things.
The next
Hmm.
bullet point is also an interesting one.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Mining smelt chance staat for obsidian pickaxe. So what? There is a chance that instead of ore you get an ingot straight away.
Hmm. Hmm.
Mining smelt chance for obsidian pickaxe. So yeah, smelter, furnace. I don't know.
Yeah. Hmm.
Would be interesting though if there is a chance of getting an ingot straight away.
It would certainly help in certain situations. I can see that. Jake
Yeah.
says we haven't balanced it yet, but it's currently 50%. That would make sense.
Yeah, I reckon it would become less than 50%. But yeah. And by the way, the same goes for this one as well, eh? Mining smelt chance. Alterations, talents to increase the percentage.
Could be. That sounds interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, when I read this, mining smelt chance, that was what I thought. Like, we're gonna get an ingot straight away.
Yeah. Alrighty. Which one are you gonna go for next?
Yeah, the change the cold steel sickle to use the new percentage stat rather than the boolean. So yeah, percentage base now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just confirmation, really, isn't it?
Adding the loot reward row for the stone jaw and setting in the AI setup table. So new animal, stone jaw.
Hmm.
I don't. I'm not sure, but I don't think it has been mentioned before.
I
Stone jaw.
didn't know that.
I don't know. It seems like there's ringing a very faint bell, but very faint.
Reward row for Stonejaw. Could that be the flyer?
I don't know. Thinking
Wouldn't be
about
flying
Jake's
very far with a stone
remark.
jaw, right enough, but there you go.
Well, thinking about Jake's remark last week, this might be a different internal name for the same creature which has been mentioned under another name. But
Could be. Could be. Hmm.
Stone Yaw is either a headbutt attack or a quite a strong bite attack, I'd say.
Yeah. Okay. Jake says spoilers. Ooh.
Well, speculating.
Wait, the loot reward row?
Yeah, so Stone Yaw is killable and it will give you some loot. Like you kill a wolf, you get like the fur, leather, bone, meat, chance for stringy meat.
Yeah,
Stone Yaw
no.
also will have loot row.
My brain went to boss.
Uh-huh. Good.
Could be.
Good.
Okay, the next one is actually quite interesting too. Add creature spawning and attacking of Daisy in Prometheus Story 1.
Yeah, Daisy, I thought it was a plant, but it's a creature apparently. Now, well, we are getting
Okay,
more alien creatures.
well, I don't know whether or not it happens in any other country, but see in Britain, Daisy is a really common name for a tame cow. You know, like a
Mm-hmm.
milking cow.
So buffalo.
Yeah, but that doesn't make sense because, oh, maybe it does. I don't know.
I don't know, like more alien variants of the buffalo, maybe. Daisy. This one definitely is new.
Yeah, no, creature spawning and attacking of Daisy, unless Daisy is actually a person.
Well, we also know it currently the health has been increased to 1500. 3 bullet points lower. Yeah, Daisy. Yet a new creature. We're gonna have a big extra section for Prometheus in the bestiary.
Yeah,
Yeah, basically all we have now is the name, and yeah, based
maybe,
on the name, we can't really say much about it. We have to
maybe,
wait for more feature content for it.
yeah, maybe rather than having a new tab for a new section in the bestiary, maybe it's a whole new bestiary itself.
No, I think in bestiary currently you have Olympus and Styx separated, so there will be a new entry for
Yeah,
Prometheus.
yeah, okay, yeah, okay. I haven't looked at the bestiary very often, to be honest, so I don't really remember how it looks. It's not so. I'm not used to thinking about it yet. Alrighty. Okie dokie. Wire shatter smelt chance stat for obsidian sledgehammer.
The same as for the pickaxe, also for the
Yeah.
sledgehammer.
Yeah.
Again, attachments and talents to increase the smell chance, to increase the chance percentage,
Okay.
hopefully.
Okay.
Man, my miner is gonna need a ton of new talents.
Yeah.
I'll have to make a Prometheus miner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought this one was quite good. Move the prefab cave away from lava lamp lake to prevent player being killed by lava.
Yeah, but does this mean the surface of the lava lake will be dynamic and like rising and lowering again?
Or does it spit
Because
lava?
like the current lakes, they have like the static surface, as in yeah, the lakes don't grow and shrink again. But
Yeah,
maybe for lava they do.
they're not
That would be
tidal.
interesting though.
They're not
Would be,
tidal.
yeah, would be interesting if lava lakes would be tidal.
Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Oh, here's some good stuff. Adding heavy obsidian armor items, recipes, talents, setup. Items, recipes, talents, and setup for obsidian armor.
So we're gonna have at least 2 sets of obsidian armor. The normal one and the heavy one.
Nice.
So what do you think? The heavy one having a speed penalty? Like it's heavy so you move slower, but gives more protection?
Could do. Yeah, that would be interesting. Well, I mean, yeah, that kind of does suggest it's going to weigh more, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Um, they've also bone armor fixes and stat assignment for set bonus assignments. Okay. And another one underneath.
Uh,
Adding
huh?
new stat for being present in lava as well as fire resistant while in lava percentage, and setting on lava modifiers so the stat can be applied correctly when the player is in the lava.
So those new armors, obsidian armor might also have a fire resistance while in lava.
Yeah,
Cool.
that would be good. Which would suggest that there are areas where you have to have it.
Whilst traversing the lava biome, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Adding acid rain parameters and rain adjustments to WL.
Not wastelands, but I mean all those abbreviations for those biomes. I should write
Yeah,
them down.
yeah, okay.
WL, I'm not sure. Like you have the grasslands and you have the swamplands as well. Not sure what the WL is though.
Wetlands?
Possibly, yeah.
Swamplands?
Nah, not swamp. That's the S.
Well,
But last week they were talking about the lighter variant of acid rain for the grasslands. So yeah,
okay,
they did now. Apparently, they continued working on that.
good. Okay. Here we have another thing for the wire felling scorch chance and felling scorch conversion to obsidian axe.
So you cut down a tree and you have the chance of getting charcoal instead of wood.
Hmm, possible. That might make sense, wouldn't it?
That's the only thing I can think of.
Hmm. Okay.
Unless there will be yet another resource we don't know about yet.
Well, that might be hinted at in the one below. Added scraping tool to collect cave BPs that are not spawned via default templates.
Or is this a developer tool?
Could be.
I think it's more a developer tool.
Okay. Hmm. Righty.
Linked cave contents spawning to block a removal to ensure cave contents are spawned if the mission has been completed once per prospect.
Sorry, where are you seeing that?
The next bullet point, Prometheus Story 6.
Oh, okay.
So something is going to be unlocked once per prospect, and if you want to get that stuff again, you'll have to start that mission again. I don't know.
Yeah, that would make sense. Gives you an incentive to do things again. Hmm. Meshes for the obsidian armor.
Adding hail audio and adjusting rain for the new biomes. New
Yeah.
weather event hail. Okay.
Yeah.
Has been mentioned before a couple of patch notes ago, I think.
Yeah. And if it wasn't a couple, it was last week. Oh, this is interesting.
Which one?
Raised terrain to prevent the edge of a lake plain being seen above ground.
Yeah, the surface level of the lake being too high, or the ground level being too low. They opted for the ground level being too low, the terrain level. So they raised the terrain. Sure.
Alrighty.
We're gonna get a new fish type, fish 17.
Cool. Just scrolling up a bit. There we go. Some new scoria stuff.
Yeah, scoria infused stone.
Yeah.
Like it prevents you from rain, but it will blow away in storm stuff.
Yeah.
Adding obsidian armor, data type change, and adjustments to acid rain events to make it more intense. I don't know. Will the obsidian armor also give us a bit more protection against acid rain? Or are these two different items? Might actually be two different items.
Okay.
Raw materials, small scoria.
Scrolling
Well,
up.
Prometheus Story 6 apparently is gonna unlock some craftables.
Nice.
Added craftable versions of cave assets. Not sure which assets, but they will be unlocked upon completion of the mission. So basically, like
Nice.
the cave worm bow and the scorpion armor and stuff.
Yeah. And two below it, fix persistent blocker to correctly hide the mesh and remove collision when accepting the mission. We like that.
Yeah, I don't know. We can't really say much about about this stuff. Update conch position. Conch is a shell, right?
Yes.
So, but remove conch interact. So it's gonna be a visual item only.
Okay.
But still, a new visual item. I haven't seen conches in Prometheus, in Olympus or Styx. So.
Yeah, well, this is future content. So, next, adding Arctic blue backbones, proper mesh, and rigged asset, as well as placeholder in distress animation.
Distress animation.
De-stress animation BP for custom behavior. Arctic blue backbones make me think of whales.
Well, blueback has been mentioned as an animal before. Not sure there was any info on what kind. Yeah, wasn't it? It said as being a quadruped.
Yeah, could be. Memory's not serving me right now. I really couldn't tell you, but yeah.
I believe at some point it was said to be a quadruped animal, even though the blueback is a fish.
Different creatures, Jake says.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Apparently there's going to be an Arctic variant. Either an Arctic variant or it will only be in the Arctic.
Jake says blueback is a fish?
Blueback, yes. Bluebuck, though, is an antelope.
Yeah.
Blueback, common name for a number of blue-colored fishes, particularly the lake herring or cisco whitefish. The summer or glut, herring, and sockeye salmon, according to Encyclopedia Britannica.
Okay.
So blueback is a fish, bluebuck is an antelope.
Yeah.
So next week's patch notes fixes will be fix a typo in the blueback name.
I orientation. Reimport
New,
of blueback bones to match source.
yeah, New Zealand spelling.
Okay, thank you. Just wanted to know whether or not I was just seeing things that I wasn't supposed to see. Oh, here's a good one. Prevent obsidian tool buffs from potentially crafting disabled recipes.
Oops.
Oopsie.
Yeah.
I'd say that's a rather biggie, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Adding initial setup for a stockpile faction mission, so we will have at least one stockpile mission in Prometheus.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when we first played those stockpile missions. Oh my god, did we have problems? Did we have issues? And it
Well,
was
depends on which stockpile mission.
Yeah, I mean, but see, looking back, they were actually really fun. And my favorite one was the food. You know, where you had to make all the pies and stuff. That was
Yeah, but like the
was
one,
a really good one.
like the one where you had to make like 30 bear trophies.
Yes. Yeah, buttload
Back
of
in the day when
trophies.
we were still scared of bears.
Do you remember how long it took us to get them freaking pumpkins because of the fact that the pod wasn't refrigerated?
Oh yeah, man, it was a nightmare.
Oh my god, that was bad.
Yep.
Luckily,
they changed it.
Yeah, that's the only stockpile mission that actually really ticked me off when I was doing it.
And the one where we had to collect 24 fatty T-bone steaks.
Yeah. Oh my god, 40 bears plus.
Yep.
I think
running around the map, killing bears left, right, and center.
Yeah, it took us
if you finally found one.
hours.
Yep, took us several hours to actually get it.
Yeah.
It was a grind.
Yeah, those two were the only missions that I would have said were a grind. But now they've made the pods refrigerated, so that then makes the initial pumpkin issue null and void.
Yeah.
And
And
they
also
increased
with
the chance to get the fatty T-bone off the bears, so that now you can probably do it
Yeah,
within
and
a
the
dozen.
attachment bench, the alteration bench, sorry, you can
Yeah.
put an attachment where you increase the chance of the prime meat.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, adding new item entries for new Inari Shengong and Larkball workshop items. Well, we already kind of saw those things in the image.
Yeah.
The sneak preview stuff, the next week teaser.
Yeah. But I'm really looking forward to some new workshop stuff. And if the current stuff is anything to go by, then it's going to be fucking brilliant.
We have to see whether or not it's better than the current top tier Inari stuff. Like the top tier Larkball Martinez, for most of the items, I'd rather have the Inaris.
Yeah.
Except for the
Oh.
bow, obviously. Yeah, we're gonna have to have a look at the new items we're gonna get next week.
Yeah.
Oh no, no new workshop items added next week. Sorry. So maybe the week later. Or will it only be in new frontiers?
Yeah, well,
We
this
have
is
to wait
future
even longer.
content, so
True.
I reckon we're going to have to wait even longer.
Yeah. Well.
Adjusted the Joshua trees to not use bush foliage sounds.
Yeah, bush foliage sound for a tree. But then again, Joshua tree is a small tree, I believe.
Yeah, yeah.
And let's have a
Okay,
look, shall we? Yeah, they don't really look that big.
okay. And finally,
Creating new parameters for volcanic embers to be used to adjust the audio. So weather event in lava biome, volcanic embers. Chance of setting things on fire. Oops. Definitely not gonna make a wooden building there then.
No. Stone at the very least.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably concrete, I would reckon. Oh, but don't forget we're getting bricks and we're getting all sorts of different fused building stuff and all this.
Coria infused bricks, yes.
Yeah, so oh man, it's going to be great. I'm so looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I just wanted to say to Jake before we finish this that our peeps are aware of the fact that we have a Q&A coming and they're going to have the opportunity to give us questions to ask you. So, a bit of a heads up there. So we're just waiting to find out when. And we'll get right to it, shall we? I'm looking forward to that.
Yep.
Jake says, sounds good. Absolutely. Well, that brings us to the end of this week's update. I'm scrolling all the way up to the top, so watch your eyes. Just wanted to say thank you to everybody who watched, anybody who lurked, and all who took part in the chat, namely Jake. It was really good to have you with us. It's always nice to have the feedback, and I'm ever so chuffed that you join us regularly. It's really good to know that we have your support. I'd also like to say thanks to Cornet for keeping on top of the Discord server.
Anytime.
Yeah. Don't forget to hit the enter button.
Yep. My mistake. Well.
Alrighty. Okie dokie. So we are now going to be moving over to the subsequent gameplay. It's been a while. I can't remember what we were doing. What were we doing, Cornet?
Open world.
Open world, right, okay. Alrighty. So we are going to leave you We shall be back in, I don't know, can we say half past? Half past
Sure.
the hour? So
Sure,
that,
18 minutes from now.
yeah, gives me an opportunity for bio break, food break, and all the rest of the breaks that come with that. And I'm not talking about my leg.
Yeah.
So we shall see you soon. Until then, it's good night from me.
And good night from her.
And we will see you at half past the hour for the subsequent gameplay. Until then, remember, peeps, it's a dangerous world out there, so please take care of yourselves and each other. Good night.